can. You're in a different ball game when you're blessed. You're in a different league when you're changed. Amen. One of the things the Lord is leading me in my heart to do next year is a conference for pastors of smaller growing churches, because, you know, everybody tends to want that church that's complete. I guarantee you every church is complete. It's just growing. You've got to be complete to grow. I need somebody in my life to help me feel complete. Who wants an incomplete human? You walk around and ain't got no head. I'm just looking for something. Well, that's just what I'm looking for as an incomplete person. Look at your neighbor and say, that's not funny. Because most people are not laughing at that. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. So it said, do you see what this means? We're Hebrews 12, 1 through 3. This is all these pioneers who blazed the way, all these veterans cheering us on. It means that we'd better get on with it. Strip down, start running, and never quit. No extra spiritual fat. Okay? No parasitic sins. Keep your eyes on Jesus, who both began and finished his race, this race we're in. Study how he did it. Keep your eyes on who? Keep your eyes on who? Because he started it and did what? So if you're off course right now, maybe you're looking at Esquire. Maybe you're looking at TMZ. Maybe you're looking at Access Hollywood. They started, but they haven't finished. And if that was one of your shows, I'm sorry, I'll take it back. Because he never lost sight of where he was headed. That exhilarating finishing in and with God. He could put up with anything along the way. Cross, shame, whatever. And now he's there in the place of honor, right alongside God. When you find yourself flagging in your faith, here are your instructions. Here's what you came for tonight. Pastor, I'm just so weak. And nobody knows what I'm going through. Here's your word. Here's your word. Here's your Lazarus, come forth. Here it is. Oh, you jumped? Yeah. That's loud, wasn't it? Had to be loud to penetrate the dead. So when you find yourself, because faith cometh by what now? Okay, hear it. When you find yourself flagging in your faith, go over that story again, item by item, that long litany of hostility that he plowed through. So keep telling yourself this story. So why Jesus? Because that's why you're saved. That's who you surrendered your life to. You didn't give your life to Pastor Rush. You gave your life to Jesus. I gave my life to Jesus. And if you're following me, it's because I was following him. And when you go through that story, here are the instructions. That will shoot adrenaline into your souls. What will? Going over the story of what he went through. Now here's the deal. He was God, he's Jesus. Now he knows he's going to hang on the cross. They're going to hit him, nail him, strip him naked. Embarrassing, shame, shame, shame. But why didn't he fight it? Because he knew what came after the cocoon. In a few more days, 3 days to be exact, me and Lazarus already did the math. I let Lazarus do the example. I let Jonah show the old people in the Old Testament. Lazarus did them in the New. Jonah for 3 days locked up in a cocoon called a whale. And then Lazarus 3 days in a cocoon called a tomb. So you had two examples of it. And I'm going to go back, but I'm not going to come off this cross. I'm not going to curse these people out. I'm going to say, Father, forgive them. I'm going to set the example. Duh. And then I'm going to fly away and be with the Lord. and I'll live forever. That's the model. When you get down in your faith, go over that story. Stop picking up your old diary and pulling up old messages on your phone and looking at old pictures, things that remind you of how sad you could be. Go either that or get real and accept him for the first time. Listen, if you were not going to flag in your faith, he would not have mentioned that. He knew it was going to happen. He knew there would be a time to break down and a time to build up. Why did he write that? Because he knew you would get to it. There are instructions for you if your red light comes on your dash. Pull out your owner's manual. The red light's on. Oh, I don't have to take it to the shop. The gas cap is just off. How do you know that? Because you read the manual. Why did they put that dumb light on your car that says low fuel? Because if there were no indicator, you would get stuck out on the road. You're not the first one to go to a tomb again, baby. You're not the only one, sir, who has dropped his head. That's what happens when we are changed. People are chasing you now. They're not liking you as much anymore. We keep looking at the popular part of this. There's a fight. There's a war going on. And we don't fight this thing in flesh and blood. This is a spiritual warfare. And the enemy would not be after you if you had not given proof that you've been changed. And until you get proof, he's not fooling with you. You qualify for every fight that you're in. That's the danger of being changed.